Murder rates went up 30%. 30% they went up. The biggest increase in history. It was then through my American Rescue Plan.
All right, with us now, the man whose voice you heard, Steve Nikoui, father of Marine Lance Corporal Kareem Nikoui, killed during the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, and Assemblyman Bill Easley, Republican representing California's 63rd Assembly District. Nice to see both of you. Steve, I could hear in the pain in your voice then. I know it is a horrifically hard day for you, and I appreciate you being with us. Since that day, and your anger at your son's memory not being honored by President Biden, has he reached out? Has Kamala Harris reached out to have a conversation about the decisions that went into the withdrawal and your son's eventual murder?
Hi, Leland, and I thank you for having me. And I want to say I am really impressed with your news network, with your organization there, because this is the first time I had ever done an interview where you actually said exactly what I said, word for word. It seems like even though I had said his name, some of the news organizations, just leave out that I've said Kareem M. Nikoui. As far as Joe Biden, no, he's never reached out. We saw him in Dover, and that was a catastrophe. And we've tried to reach out to him and Harris, both of them, and the administration as a whole, to get answers and to kind of go through what their game plan and what their planning was. And they've just refused to see us and refused to honor our kids' sacrifice and service for the last 3 years.
Bill, what are you going to do about it?
Well, I'll tell you what we did here in California. Last week, we had a ceremony to honor the Gold Star families, because I think the least we could do is at least in a respectful and dignified manner, remember them and their legacy and their heroism and their patriotism. So last Thursday, we had 3 of the 4 Gold Star families here. I visited with the 4th family yesterday down in Southern California. I asked my staff, I said, has California honored these service members in 3 years? And they said no. So this is my first term up here. So we said, you know what, better late than never. And I think it's really important that, especially in election year, that we remember that our leadership matters and elections have consequences.
Did Gavin Newsom show up to that ceremony?
No, Gavin was not there. I don't even think he was in the state. I think he was probably at the DNC convention. Celebrating Harris, who was the last person in the room when they withdrew from Afghanistan. That resulted in this disaster.
We have that soundbite. Let us play it for you.
He just made a really big decision. Afghanistan.
Yes.
Were you the last person in the room?
Yes.
And you feel comfortable?
I do. And I'm going to add to that. This is a president who has an extraordinary amount of courage.
To be fair, that was April 21st, 2021, so a few months before the actual withdrawal and the bombing. Steve, help me understand. The president is the commander-in-chief. Your son very bravely signed up to give his life, if necessary, for our country. There is no more solemn oath to take. There is nothing for which we should owe a greater debt of gratitude. But people die in war. It's a dangerous business. I've been overseas. I've been downrange. Things that happen are awful. What is the difference to you between your son's death being that of a hero who died on an honorable mission and with the thanks of a grateful nation, and the anger you feel right now to President Biden? I'm trying to figure out where that anger comes from.
Well, the anger comes from is that, everybody knows, every parent knows that, their combat or any kind of situation like this has a great chance that you're going to lose your life. But I think that we, expect our leaders to do everything they possibly can. And for the last, 14 months of continually going to Washington, D.C. and listening to the foreign affairs hearings and congressional hearings that have been going on with the different people that they brought in, I can honestly tell you that this administration failed on every level to mitigate these 13 kids as losing their lives. If it starts from the Doha agreement. Sorry.
You think that was done for you think that was done for political reasons, incompetence? What?
No, definitely incompetence. I mean, they didn't follow the Doha agreement at all. They chose to have us, you know, exit Afghanistan in the highest, in the most likely time of where the Taliban has combat. So if we would have left by the deadline of May 1st, from January 1st to May 1st, that was like a season that that the Taliban doesn't generally fight.
Right.
So instead of getting out in that time, we don't do that. We wait until it's peak fighting season, hey, September 11th, so he can have his exit withdrawal and make it look good. One. Two, after the whole thing was said and done, they killed an innocent family with like 7 kids and, you know, tried to use them as a scapegoat and just...
Steve, I think about also that they could have kept Bagram, which was much more easily defended rather than down inside of Kabul. That, we understand, President Biden didn't want the optics of still the U.S. holding on to Bagram Airfield. The Chinese have it now, for those who are interested. Let's get out of the politics for just a second. I started by saying I know this is a hard day for you. Steve, tell me what you are thinking about your son today. What are you remembering?
Just what a wonderful, you know, person he was, his smile, how committed he was to wanting to be a Marine, the dedication that he put into it. You know, he was a world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He was an excellent boxer. He was in the JROTC all 4 years in his high school. So he was committed to this, to being a combat fighter. You know, he wanted to fight for his country. And that's what I try to look at, you know, his faith and love in Jesus Christ. You know, on the same day, today is August 26, 2021 was the day that he lost his life, but he gave his life to Jesus Christ on August 26, 2016. So 5 years to the day he gave his life to Jesus. And I think that's what I like to think about.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.